Welcome to Soup for the Soul. This Soup for the Soul is called God Sometimes, ... not all the time. So God Sometimes, Not All the Time. Disclaimer, no portion of Soup for the Soul may be used without the express written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. That's me. I was just in my kitchen and had turned my little, had plugged in rather my little, oh God, what is it called? Oh my glue gun, because I have some bows on my cabinet knobs, and two of them came off and had been off for like 2 or 3 days now, and I was like, okay, this is on my agenda, got to put them back on there. And so while that was heating up, I went in the bathroom and kind of mopped a little bit, or hand mopped, because I had already mopped, but I was like, I know I missed this part, just straightening up, you guys. And when I came back and got in front of the kitchen sink, it dawned on me how we take some things to the Lord, but not all things. If you're a Christian, believe in God, go to church, don't go to church, but if you believe in God and that He does exist, and you have faith, that whole thing or whatever, and you sometimes take things to the Lord, we take it back. And even the situation with my apartment where I moved from, and I'm going to reveal some things to you guys about where I am right now. Some things that are going on, and but we take things to the Lord and then we take them back. I'm guilty of that. Like I said, even where I moved from, the blue cup in the attic, I would give it to Him and then I would take it back. I'd give it to Him, I give it to Him, I give it to Him, I take it back. And we have to give God, the Lord, everything. And I say the Lord, Jesus Christ, because in order to get to God, guess who you have to go through? You know what the Bible says. You got to go through Jesus Christ. And so in order to get to Him. So, we can leave God out of the picture, really, honestly, because He has a manager. God has a manager, and His name is Jesus Christ. And He is the manager over us all. Those who believe and those who do not believe. I mean, literally everyone on the planet. It is your choice to believe or not believe, but He is the manager, whether you like it or not. And so, or agree or not. And so those of us who do believe, it's one way or the other. You can't be in between. Well, you can, the agnostics, they don't know, so they just back away from it. Atheists, on the other hand, just totally are in disbelief. And then you have Christians, people who do believe, and all of that. And I've also several times said, there's no such thing as a Christian. As far as I'm concerned, I think a Christian is a person who is literally just like God, Jesus Christ. Who's Jesus Christ like, basically? They don't make any mistakes. They don't judge people. They don't do anything. And so, I've always thought that definition, even in the Bible, of what a Christian is kind of misconstrued. I've never agreed with that, because I personally don't know of anyone but a baby who is a Christian, just totally innocent and heavenly. We can be believers, but I just don't believe that. But anywho, so I thought, as of today, I'm conditioning myself to bring everything to the Lord, bring it to God, and which is inclusive of, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anyone in. And I say that all the time. This attributes to me looking younger than my age. I'm going to tell you, it attributes to it. It's not the only thing that I do or don't do, but me not getting in people's business, top 5. I do not and have never gotten in people's business. I may ask you a question about something, but it is probably because you started the conversation. But to sit there and just go ahead and dive into your business, I don't have the time. I got the time. Everyone has time to do it, which is why they do it. But I'm not made up like that. I just really can care less about, what you have going on in your life. And I mean, I care about you, but for me to jump all off in no, I don't care. It's not my makeup. I really never understood why people do that. She's all off in my business and he's all off in my business. They're nosy, and trust me, even where I am right now, I have some of the nosiest. I thought where I moved from, they were nosy and ignorant and stupid. No. I was so wrong. I was right, but I was also wrong. thinking that, if I moved, my situation would be better. No. When someone wants to follow you, they're going to follow you. And since there is a Satan and there are people who follow him, whether they are doing it on the surface or they're hiding behind and doing it and don't realize it, you're going to always have me, this happening until I remove myself completely away from people. And in general, I can't, as it has been mentioned to me, Kimmy, cannot be around even my own people in some cases because, like I said, Satan is alive and he will go through people to get to you regardless of whom it is. And if they're weak-minded, broke, broken, want to get money and they don't know you and they don't care about you and all that, they're going to do what they're going to do what you got to do. They're going to do what they got to do to get the money that they need and selfish and I can go on. But that's not what the Soup for the Soul is about, but it is a part of it, So for me, I have to take everything to the Lord and give it to him. Now, here's the deal. You know this. He is not going to do things on your time. He's going to do things on his time. He is not instant oatmeal. He is not the drive-through restaurant. That is just not his makeup, which is the reason why we don't, one, give him minuscule things. We, two, take major things to him and bring it, but take it back. And three, why we don't have patience and for faith. We just feel like everything in our lives is computerized and we should, when we take things to the Lord, that he should be working on our situation immediately, and that's why, I hear people, you ask them how are they doing, and you probably do this yourself. I hope not, because I really hate to hear people say this, but blessed and highly favored, blessed and highly favored. Oh, God. You guys, if there was ever an annoying saying that people do, that would probably be on my list, that people say, that would probably be, because there's so many sayings, one of my top 10. I want to say top 5, but there's multiple sayings that people do. So it was probably one of my top 15 because there's so many. Blessed and highly favored. You guys, I hate to hear people say that. And why is it that most people who say that are the fakest people on the planet? You're looking at them like, yeah, you're blessed. We're all blessed. And you're not, but you're not highly favored because we're all favored. Whether we want to believe it or not, we are all God's children. And it is what it is, So yes, you are blessed, but highly favored, no. False statement. You are just favored because you're still here on the planet. Okay, come on. So anywho, you guys, that's basically what I was trying to say. We need to take. Well, I am, and just as a suggestion to you, we need to take everything to the Lord. When you wake up, whatever time you wake up, you really need to start making plans. And even though it's almost a new year or whatever, I don't even like New Year's resolutions, because if you really wanted to do something, you would have done it in November. And just prior, you would have done it in December. I do not do New Year's resolutions. I haven't done a New Year's resolution in so many moons because I feel, first of all, you're not going to keep them. And come on, realistically in most cases. And here it is August and you realize, yeah, I did say that. I did say I was going to do that. So, what's the purpose? Stop faking the funk. Don't even do it. Just because if you, like I said, if you really meant to do something or you want to do something, you're going to do it right then and there. Or the next, make plans. If it's something that needs planning, you're going to do it the next week. So, anywho, I just don't do it. Like, New Year's resolution, really? What is that? Me lying about I'm going to do something and I'm not going to do it? No. So this is Kimmy Wyatt. Thank you for joining this Soup for the Soul. I hope you enjoy all of my Soup for the Souls, and please listen to them, and please subscribe. Subscribe. The reason why I said subscribe is because I am going to be putting these on YouTube, and so that you guys can listen to them and there, and so that it's more convenient, and YouTube is more popular. In other words, you know how to go to YouTube, instead of trying to put them in places where I don't know if they're going to be there or whatever. And I have to say something. I've been posting up some of my Kimmy This Weeks, and I've been going to an undisclosed location to do some of my Kimmy This Weeks because of my situation here in this apartment. It's like someone's waiting for me or people are waiting for me, and I won't go into details, to get in front of the mirror so that I can do my Soup for the Souls. Well, guess what? I don't do them here. And so they're somewhere else. So, which was my overall plan anyway. But I wanted to tell you guys, I'm putting them on YouTube so that you guys can listen to them at your leisure and a more popular what am I was going to say, time zone, not a more popular time zone, a more popular social media, a more popular platform is what I meant to say, so that you can have that, you can pull it up anywhere, anytime. Okay. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't posted up any of them yet. And there's about 5 of them here on this device that I need to transfer. So love you guys, smooches. If you have any comments, this is what I started saying, they're going to be on YouTube, and just comment and post your comments on any of my Soup for the Souls and tell me how you feel about them, yay or nay or whatever, and I will do my best to respond to those. Okay? Hasta la vista, buenas aires, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao, Bela. Ciao, Belo. Bye. You guys, I'm laughing because I have to say this. I have been posting up some of my Kimmy This Weeks. They're on YouTube, and they're also on the Google Plus page. Okay, Kimmy Wyatt on air. And someone told me just today, I'm not trying to be funny, but on some of your I've been looking at some of your videos, and you look crazy. And I told them, yeah, I realized that. I keep it real. I realized people were going to look at me like, what is going on with her? What was happening? But if you were listening, you wouldn't have to do that. I went through a lot with these people where I lived, you guys. And so it reflects on my look, It reflects on me looking like, oh my God, what is going on? It reflects on people thinking that, but that was what was going on in my life, and my tone of voice, the way I'm talking, and blah, 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 although I tried to be happy, and I would be when I was happy, things were happening. So I wasn't at my place. Let me say that. And I'm not talking about a home. I'm not talking about anything like that. I wasn't at my place. I wasn't in my zone, in myself. I had that going on. And so that's the reflection of what you guys saw and see. And I have to keep it real. I'm not the type of person to put on shows and airs. I'm just not. There's even one with, I have my gown on, that's what I had on. That's what I had on. That's what I had on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I had on. So I'm not going to, oh God, let me do this and let me put on this makeup and if I got on makeup, if I got on makeup, I got on makeup. If I don't, I don't. So I'm going to go, you guys. Love you, smooches. I'm not going to do my little ending. Bye.